Ever get that?
Hmm.
Like, you hear a song a million times and think you know it, inside and out. And then, boom, something clicks and you uncover a whole new layer of meaning.
Oh, absolutely. Happens all the time, actually.
Well, that's what we're doing today. Diving deep, really deep, into Psalm 23.
One of those texts that, it feels like everyone's heard.
Exactly. But we're going beyond those familiar words, digging into the layers, the history, to see what this ancient text is really all about.
Sounds fascinating. Where do we start?
Well, it all begins with that powerful image. Adonai is my shepherd. I lack nothing. Right away, it's like we're transported back to ancient Israel, feeling the dust, seeing the landscape.
It's evocative.
Totally. But for those who might not be biblical scholars, what's the weight of that shepherd metaphor? What's the significance?
Okay, so in ancient Israel, a shepherd wasn't just some guy with a flock, right? They were paramount. Shepherds were symbols of protection, guidance, someone who provides. Their entire life revolved around the well-being of their sheep.
It was everything.
Everything. So when the psalmist declares, Adonai is my shepherd, it's a statement. It conveys this complete trust and dependence on a God who cares for them as intimately and closely as a shepherd cares for the flock. It's deep.
Wow. So when the song says, I lack nothing, it's not just about, like, material possessions then.
No, this goes way deeper. It's about this soul-deep feeling of security, of being completely cared for. By God, no less.
Which I guess makes sense, right? If your shepherd is a divine being.
Right. You're talking about absolute love, complete provision, physically and spiritually. It's powerful.
And that feeling you mentioned, that peace and abundance, it's palpable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just look at verse 2, even the words themselves. Grassy pastures, quiet waters.
It's like you can just feel a sense of calm wash over you.
Totally.
Mhm.
But I get the sense there's, again, something deeper at play.
Oh, absolutely. This isn't just about like fluffy sheep and nice scenery. The Hebrew word for restores in verse 3, it's fascinating. It's nephesh, and that points to the soul.
Whoa. So it's not just physical restoration, it's like a spiritual renewal.
Exactly, being made whole again.
Wow, I never caught that. You really don't get the full picture on casual read-through, huh? But the psalm, it doesn't stay all sunshine and meadows, does it?
Oh,
Suddenly, verse 4, we've got death-dark ravines.
yeah.
Talk about a shift in tone.
It's stark.
How does that fit?
I think that's the brilliance of Psalm 23. It doesn't shy away from the hard stuff. Life is tough, even with faith.
It's real.
Exactly. We all walk through dark valleys, face hardships, experience fear and doubt. But the psalm assures us, even in those moments, you are with me.
God is there.
Always. And not just in a passive, oh, I see you're suffering kind of way. There's that striking image of the rod and staff.
Okay, yeah. Powerful imagery. Can you break that down for us?
Think about it. A shepherd uses the rod and staff for guidance and protection.
Right.
The rod fends off predators while the staff guides the sheep along the path. It's not just about being present, it's about active guidance and defense. God is there with us, actively leading us through those trials.
And then it gets even more vivid. Verse 5, we're talking a feast being prepared, enemies watching, anointing with oil. I mean, talk about a scene. What's the meaning behind all of that?
It's like a movie, right? Picture it. You're surrounded by adversaries, maybe feeling threatened, and God sets a banquet in your honor.
It's like, yeah, I see you, but I'm celebrating this one.
Totally. And it's not just any meal. It's overflowing. That overflowing cup, that's abundance, generosity.
Like that.
And then the anointing oil. In ancient Israel, that was huge. It signified blessing, a kind of consecration, setting someone apart for a purpose,
So even with those enemies lurking, the psalm says, God is looking out, he's blessing and elevating you.
Exactly. A powerful reminder that our worth comes from God, not our circumstances or what others think.
It's about something bigger.
Way bigger.
And finally, we come to the end. The psalm closes with that beautiful promise of dwelling in the house of Adonai.
Which, again, not just a physical building, right? We're talking about something much deeper. A permanent connection with God, characterized by security, love, and that deep-seated joy.
And this isn't just reserved for, like, the afterlife or something?
Not at all. The psalm explicitly states, every day of my life. This is an ongoing, present reality.
This is here and now.
Exactly.
Wow, I feel like we could spend another hour unpacking this.
Oh, easily.
So much to consider. Trust, provision, guidance, and this unwavering presence of God, even when things are rough. It's timeless.
It is, and that's the beauty of it. This message, thousands of years old, still speaks to us today.
It does. And on that note, here's something for everyone listening to think about. What are your green pastures right now? And what are the deaf, dark ravines you're navigating? And how does this ancient psalm, with all its poetry and wisdom, how does it speak to your own experiences of hope, fear, and that search for meaning?